Hey guys, Witchy Wisdom Wednesday. The topic for this week is divination. Now, divination for me is something I use quite often, but I want to talk about a couple things before I go into the different types of divination I get into. When it comes to divination, it's seeking answers. If it means seeking answers from your past, your present, or your future, or just some knowledge about your life right now. It may even be to speak to, the other side, spirits. So you can use a spirit board and, talk to different spirits and stuff like that. People have used a Ouija board, I'm sure, and know what that is. But when you come to doing divination, it's not all about speaking to, past lives of people that have passed away. It can also be to speak to your higher power, maybe the gods or the goddesses, whoever you're reaching out to seek the knowledge you're looking for. But when you're doing divination, never, expect an answer. You may not be able to expect a direct answer, because our higher power, the gods or goddesses or past spirits, we don't own them. They're not trained monkeys. They will do things as they wish. If the knowledge is to be given to you, and this is the time, and this is when it's to be given to you, then, it will be given to you. So it's not a matter of you get the answers when you want them. You get the answers when it's the right time for you. So speaking about divination, some of the stuff I use, tarot cards is a big thing for me. A lot of people come to me and they want a tarot reading. So I do a lot of past, present, and future readings. And before I start any divination, I will sit and pray, speaking to the higher power. I will also speak to certain gods and goddesses depending on what divination tool I'm using and what the questions I may have or someone else may have. Certain questions may be best to ask, certain gods or certain goddesses. So it all really depends on who I go to on the questions that are asked. But I will sit down, take a few minutes, maybe about 5 minutes, meditate in prayer, to ask them to come to me and, join me within maybe the tarot reading so that I can give the answers that the other person is looking for. They may or may not come to me, but if they do, then that's great. And if they don't, I apologize to the reader that I'm not really getting anything at this time, and maybe they can come back for a free reading, later on when maybe I feel that, a message is to be relayed to that person. I use my tarot cards more than I use anything else. And when I use them, I never read the books because I like to use my intuition. Divination can be best used through wisdom and your intuition. Don't just read, a card and that's what it means. But if you use your intuition more, you're probably going to get an more accurate reading from the higher power, the gods or goddesses or other spirits that you're trying to connect with. Really connect your third eye with the other side. That's the way I do it. Everybody else does it differently, and that's fine too. But that's the way I do it, and I think it's the best way for me. Other types of divination would be scrying. I do a little bit of scrying. I use fire, smoke, mirrors. I've even used water before. I think I've used water once. But when I do divination through, fire or smoke, it's, I get a fire going. If it's a small little fire, maybe a big fire, and I will throw in a little pouch to change the fire colors. And then I will focus, I'll ask my questions, and as I'm asking my questions, I will take pictures of the fire. That way, if, in the picture I may see certain symbols, or, maybe a face, or maybe even, letters in the fire, the way it just comes up, and it's sporadic. When you ask questions, it may, form what your answer that you're looking for. Same thing with smoke. I do the same thing. I will get an incense going, put a background that is black so you can see the smoke better, and then ask my questions and take pictures using my flash, so that I can get a better picture and see all the streams of smoke that go up on the background of the black. I use a pillowcase I have that's black on one side, and then it's got a design on the other side. I will do the black side so I can see it. But if it's black and you use the flash, you can see even the thinnest little wisps in the smoke, and that's really helpful as well. Trying to think of other divination tools. Oh yes, dice. I use dice for divination as well. I will take maybe 6 dice that I have. They're made out of different gemstones, and I'll set like a number for yes or set a number for no. So then when I roll it, if it's mostly the number for yes, then that's a yes. If I roll it, it's mostly the number for no, then it's a no. So I really have to pay attention and keep that in mind when I'm doing it. But I really connect with the other side when I do that kind of divination. And I've been told before, be careful, which, I feel like when it comes to divination, you should always be careful, because you don't know what you're speaking to, you don't know what you're attaching to. So, especially if you're using like Ouija boards or something to talk to spirits, you may not know who you're speaking to or what you're speaking to. So, just be on guard, take your precautions, different protection stuff you can do. I've seen people use Ouija boards and then sprinkle blessed salt all around it, a few candles, do a protection spell beforehand, before they do their divination. There's different ways people do that, but that's a little bit of what I do. Like I said, tarot card readings and scrying is a big thing for me, and it seems to work out really well. So if you guys have any other divination things, I know there's a lot more out there, like palm reading is one, crystal gazing. There's quite a few, but I'm interested in learning more about different types of divination from other people. Maybe I would, take it on and learn more about them. I am studying runes at this time, because that is another way of divination. It's kind of complicated right now for me to learn, so I'm having to really break it down to its very, basics. But there's so much out there that I'd love to just learn. I just enjoy learning what other people do and how they do it, because for tarot card readings, I've seen many different ways people do tarot card readings. There's the way I do it, there's the way that's mostly done. People, pull them out, and then they read the booklet, what the card means, and go from there. Some people just use their intuition. They talk to their spirit guides, and the spirit guides give them answers along with the readings to communicate with that person and give them the answers they're looking for. So I definitely want to hear what people have to say. So comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can follow me. Hit that bell so you can get all the notifications for upcoming videos. I do post quite a few on just different spirituality things. I am posting more paranormal investigations, because people are interested in, you know, the paranormal and spirit world. So that's another way to, you know, just check it out. So definitely follow me, and I will see you guys here soon.